Howdy folks, I'm Brian.
I'm Amber.
And here's some Reddit. Our first letter is titled, "Am I a jerk for taking back my husband's gift after he lost me a big promotion?" Names changed for obvious privacy reasons. When I, a 32-year-old female, was a teenager, I had to go into foster care. The next few years were pretty bad, and I ended up doing some things that I'm not proud of, and getting myself into some serious legal trouble. I don't want to go into the details, but I shaped up and I managed to avoid completely destroying my life. A few years later, I aged out and I reunited with my older brother who helped me get my record sealed. He also helped me get into college, and now I'm working in a field I'm passionate about in a job that I love, where I met my husband, a 34-year-old male. I've been up for a promotion and a raise, and was more or less guaranteed it until now. Weekend before last, we had a work party during which my husband got to talking with our CEO, and after having a bit too much to drink, told him about my juvenile history. The next Monday, I got called in by my boss and was told that my promotion would not be happening. I asked why they would do this, and he recounted my history to me in excruciating detail, to the extent that I couldn't even plead ignorance or claim it was untrue. He was sympathetic, but the higher-ups had made it clear that under no circumstances could I be rewarded due to the breach of trust on my part. I had said that I had no record when I was interviewed, and the financial nature of some of my past mistakes. He said that it was a leadership responsibility, and they were not ready to trust me with it yet, and that I could keep my job, but that was it. I was heartbroken, and I felt that my husband betrayed me. We got into a massive fight, and he apologized profusely and asked me to forgive him because he wasn't in the right mind. Yesterday, I canceled a very large debit transfer which I had promised towards an expensive piece that I was getting him as a gift for his timepiece collection. I made an offer when we knew I would be getting promoted, and now that I'm not getting my raise, I just don't want to take that much out of my savings. He hit the roof when he found out, because now he's stuck with a huge bill, accusing me of being petty and dishonest for continuing to punish him for a mistake that he's already apologized for. Almost like she's being punished for a mistake that she's already apologized for and done time for. I told him that he should have thought of that before opening his mouth at the party. He said that while he's sorry that I lost promotion, I have enough in savings to do the honorable thing and keep my promise, just like it might have been an honorable thing to not run your mouth about your wife behind her back and talk about her history. That might have been an honorable thing to do too. I have enough in savings to do the honorable thing, and I'm putting quotes around that because I feel like it, and keep my promise, and that I, of all people, should understand the importance of forgiveness and second chances, says the man who suffers no repercussions for his transgressions, but you suffered massive repercussions twice for your transgressions. I messed up and I paid for it, and I've worked really hard to forgive myself and put my past behind me. I don't think it's fair that over a decade later, I'm still being punished for something I've already paid for, even if he did so by accident. I don't think that I'm the jerk given what he did, but he's currently not speaking to me. I could use some objectivity here. Alright folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk? Amber is shaking her head no. OP, I don't think that you're the jerk in this situation. I hate to be cynical here. I really hate to be cynical here. Sounds like your husband's a bit jealous. And he knew that you were up for a promotion and you two are working in the similar fields. And you're, who's to say that if you're out of the way, that he isn't then going to be eligible for a promotion in the near future. And I think that while he made a mistake, it's pretty easy to keep your mouth shut about stuff you're not supposed to talk about, in my opinion.
Well, and if you have that problem, don't drink.
Yeah.
Like, you can blame it on the alcohol all you want, but he made that choice to drink. And then to the company CEO of all people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is that I really don't think his drinking was a good excuse in this particular case. And maybe some people, alcohol affects them differently, but like what Amber said, if you know you have a problem running your mouth and sharing secrets when you drink, then maybe don't drink then. That's my thought. Or don't drink at parties where you are going to be able to ruin someone else's career, right? Especially your partner who you're supposed to be working with. And I'm not even saying don't drink, maybe just don't drink enough that you have this problem, right? Like, keep it to 1 drink. Keep it to 2 drinks. That's my thoughts. So I think that your husband messed up big time, and this sounds more like jealousy. If I had to be cynical, maybe this was an innocent mistake, but I don't know. I really have a hard time swallowing that pill.
Well, and now he gets to learn the age-old lesson of not spending money before it's in his hand.
Yeah, that's also a good point. Anyhow, take care and good luck. And Love Beach 8 says, not the jerk. Please check with an attorney about your boss rescinding your promotion. If your records were sealed, the contents, even if revealed by your spouse, shouldn't be held against you. You may have a legal case. I hope OP has a legal case because this seems wildly unfair. You know, that's the point of sealing records. That's the point of actually juvenile records, right? If somebody has no additional transgressions to their name, no other, breaking of the laws here, I think that that's usually a good sign that somebody has matured past this part of their life, right? So why the company would hold OP's teenage crimes against them when they've paid for them, records sealed, they've clearly changed as a person and have had no other issues with the same. It's just mind-boggling. It just seems like a pure greed type of thing where now they know they don't have to pay OP and promote them, so they'll make them work extra hard in order to earn that promotion this time around. This is just BS, if you ask me. And our Vanilla has said, in the US, most employment is at will, and you're only protected in very specific narrow circumstances like protected class. If they find out that you got pregnant as a teenager, that would be one thing. There is a specific protection against discrimination for family status. But something being removed from the public record doesn't make it legally protected status suddenly. There is no anti-discrimination law, as far as I know, that protects people who committed crimes in the past. If there was, they would be allowed to vote, so ugh.
Which... that varies by state. In Maine, well, you can vote for most crimes, and even convicted felons in states like Maine can vote. So.
They were not able to find this out on the background check, but now that they know, it's likely no legal protection, just like they can fire you if they find out you frequently cheat on your significant other, or hate cats, or you watched Cats the movie 8,000 times. They don't need a reason to fire you or not promote you as long as it's not within a very narrow protected sphere. I don't know how true that is or not. I'm not a legal expert, and hopefully OP can consult with a lawyer and find out whether or not there's some kind of protection here. So that would be my thoughts. Lawyer over Reddit advice. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I the Jerk for Going to Hang Out with a Guy That Has a Girlfriend? Hang on to your seats folks, this is a really odd one. Let's get started. So just recently, I bought a new car from this dealership that I have purchased from 3 times now. This isn't my first time getting hit on by a salesman. Normally they want to hang out or buy me drinks after work or something. I'm a 21-year-old female, but I always turn down the offers until this last time. My salesman was so cute, radiates golden retriever energy. He's a 24-year-old male and his smile is contagious and very positive and optimistic / hyper. I love that energy. I played it off like I wasn't into him and went with the deal professionally, customer and salesman. I went to see him for a few follow-ups after the purchase of the car. Each time it got more and more flirty. Today I saw him and he gave me a hug. Bye. I eventually asked his friend for his number and we started texting. He's been complimenting me and being super sweet, so I figured a girlfriend was out of the question. Until he told me I do have a girlfriend, but she's been cheating on me with her ex and she doesn't know that I know. I'm super confused because he wants to hang out tonight, and I do too. Yeah, his girlfriend is cheating on him, and they've been together for 4 months, but I still feel like the bad guy in the situation. Am I the jerk if I go to hang out with him tonight? Alright folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
Everyone stinks.
Well, I think if OP were to go out with him, then OP would be in the wrong. OP, when something seems like it's too good to be true, it is. Probably doesn't have the best of intentions, and I think that if he has a girlfriend and he's claiming that she's cheating, that's either one, true, but why would he continue being with her if it's only a girlfriend of 4 months? Or two, that she isn't cheating on him and he's just looking for an excuse to kind of lure you in, right? If he wants to date you, then he should dump his current girlfriend. I mean, he has a good enough reason, right? And again, 4 months, if you found out that someone was cheating on you after 4 years, maybe you would want to work out the relationship. But 4 months, maybe, I don't know. That seems like a little bit of a stretch for me as to somebody who would stick with someone who's dating someone for 4 months. So the story doesn't seem to add up, and there's just seems to be a lot of factors here that make me suspect that he's probably trying to take you for a ride. That's kind of my thought. Anyhow, take care and good luck. You're the jerk. Red flag that the start of your relationship with this guy would be off of deception and unfaithfulness. Yeah, everyone's the jerk. If you feel like a bad guy in this situation, that's your conscience telling you not to do this. Also, I don't think someone willing to cheat or at least have an emotional affair is truly golden retriever energy. He needs to sort out his current relationship before getting any closer to you, and you shouldn't be encouraging his behavior now that you know something is up. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not spending $60,000 on a wedding? When we first started talking about getting married, we agreed to spend no more than $20,000 on a wedding. After several months, things started adding up, and that grew to over $40,000. So I sat her down and we talked about it, and I held to our agreement that no more than $20,000. She agreed and said it's just important for us to be together. Well, yesterday we sat down and updated everything, and she wants to spend $63,000 on this wedding. I told her absolutely not. That's ridiculous, and I'm not putting our future financial security in jeopardy for an 8-hour event. She said, but it's my dream wedding, and that's how much things cost. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk? Amber is shaking her head. No. OP, I think you two sat down, you figured out how much you could afford for a wedding, and you wanted to handle this in a way that you thought would be reasonable. This was something that you both agreed to, so I don't think you're a jerk for holding to a budget. I mean, that's actually what's a really important part of having a relationship, is being able to stick to a budget and saving up for things and spending the exact amount of money that you need on something and not, more than that, right? So I think that this is a good lesson in budgeting, and hopefully she understands. And if not, then I mean, maybe this isn't the relationship for you. Just kind of my thoughts. Anyhow, take care and good luck. And Dad Bod Supreme says, not the jerk, what is with people blowing thousands of dollars on a party? That is ridiculous. Emma7734 says, not the jerk, you can't pay cash for it, you can't do it. It makes no sense to finance a wedding. Also, you won't look back at your $60,000 wedding and then think, yeah, it was worth it. Alright folks, it is tea time, so grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea here, and I actually guessed it correctly today, so let's see if you can guess it correctly too. Amber has picked out a book from the joke book, and I shall read it. When do 2 and 2 make more than 4? Well, when they're lying about their identities, and when 2 is really not 2, and it's just a lying thief. 2, We don't trust 2s. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. When do 2 and 2 not make 4? When they're 22. When they're a frilly dress that you used for ballerina. 2-2. 2-2. Yeah. When it's a ballerina dress. 2-2. Yeah. That's the answer. That's the answer. That is the answer. No matter what we read here tonight, folks. No matter what. This 2-2 answer is the answer. At least I'm sticking with it. When it's a 2-2. When you can't add. Because this one does weird things like this. This joke book will throw things like, oh, when it's 22, haha, we tricked you into thinking that this was the real answer, but it wasn't. Joke's on you, joke book. I guessed the right answer. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean that isn't the answer. And I have Mega Mint tea. Alright, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving it a like. And if you didn't, consider giving it a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all here tomorrow. And Amber is waving goodbye. I should just take one of Amber's previous buys and just parse it in there at the end and be like, bye.